Your silver isn't safe. Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Silver Husky, co-founder of The Metal Merchant. And we have all kinds of things come into the shop, things that we pick up and we turn around and resell. And this particular piece came in just the other day, actually both of these pieces. So this is the Spider-Man coin, as you guys are very familiar with, one of the most popular of the series from Tuvalu. This is a 2017 and it is retailed anywhere from about $150 to $250 depending on condition. Now the one on the left, you can tell looks very different from the one on the right. And just at an eye shot, you can tell a clear difference, right? Clear difference in the finish. You look at the obverse, you can see the queen on the left side is a very proof-like finish on her face, on the effigy. Whereas the one on the right, it actually looks kind of funky. Like it looks like it was left in a generic coin bin, mixing around and scratching around all the other coins and then somehow thrown back into a capsule. So also, if you look very closely, the fingers on Spider-Man on the right, there's deep grooves within the webbing design. Same thing on his wrist. It's just really the whole design. Although it is essentially a duplicate, there are some very obvious differences. So what do? First thing I would do is, try the magnet test. This is a very simple and cheap way to test things. Get a strong magnet like this one. You can see it's definitely grabbing anything made of iron. And we can try to pull. And I will say that, silver does pull a little bit like that. You see that? But copper does the same. So it'll only tell you if there's iron in the core. So it's not necessarily an accurate test. And we at the Metal Merchant, we do pick up lots of metals and we do test all of them. It's for our safety and for yours. We don't want to be passing off something as a precious metal when in fact it is not. So what's a more tried and true method? Well, I would opt for the Sigma. Yes, there's a heavy price tag on it, but trust me, it is worth it. Your first piece of gold that you are sold that is not real, it will definitely sting. And we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen on Instagram. We've seen it happen on Facebook where people buy things and turns out that they were sold something fake. Happens all the time. So again, here is the Tuvalu 2017 Spider-Man. As you can see there, it clearly says 4 nines fine, 1 ounce. Here we go. Let's test it out. Smack in the middle. Anywhere in between those two brackets is totally fine. Even if it's a little bit outside of the bracket because it's in a capsule, that would be okay. So here we go. Here is the other one, the one in question. Magnet test, it passed. But is the magnet test even accurate? Here we go. Let's test this out. We're going to put this one on the Sigma to see 4 nines fine right there. It even says it. And I get a little arrow off to the side, right? It's measuring it, but it's saying that it's not even close to within the bracket. So let's change it. All right, we don't want platinum. We'll go back up to silver, but let's change it from 4 nines. Let's try 3 nines. Maybe that'll put it in the bracket. So we pick it back up and we slide it on there and arrow again. All right, so we know that it is not pure silver. Let's see what else we've got. This gives us 925. All right, that's sterling. We see a lot of coins come out of the UK and out of, nope, that also gives us an arrow. I know Russia does a lot of sterling as well. We have 90% coin silver. This is pre-1900. So this is oh, look at that. It actually shows it outside of the bracket, but it's giving us a bar on the meter. So there is some silver in there. That must be the coating. I'm assuming that it is thickly plated. And we're going to try this again. This is pre-1945. All right, we get the arrow again. No good. All right, what else does it give us? We're going to try, okay, 1960, right? So this is any of your junk silver. Here we go, arrow again. No good for 1960, 90% silver. And Britannia silver, 96. My assumption is this will not work either. Yep, we get the little arrow. Here we go. Last shot, we get 80% Canadian silver. This is Canadian constitutional. And no, another arrow. So again, it is a fair assumption that this is most likely going to be some kind of copper core with a skin of silver. So again, guys, I would definitely recommend not using the magnet test as a be-all end-all because this one passed it. But, if something looks wonky, it's okay to ask the person that's sending it to you, hey, was this tested on a Sigma? And do you have a return policy if it comes back as fake? Now, I do want to take just a couple seconds to talk about one more time the magnet test and why magnets are not the be-all end-all when it comes to testing your metals. Now, here we're putting the quote-unquote good Spider-Man on a raft, right? And you can see the magnet does give it pull. This is the diamagnetic property of silver. So I'm not touching that raft. It's pulling from the magnet. That means that it won't stick, but it will both push and pull almost equally, but it will influence the direction. Here we're taking a fake one. Now, if this was an iron core, it would stick right to the magnet itself. But here you're going to see that this fake actually has the exact same diamagnetic property. All right, accidentally bumped that one, but here, without touching it, we're going to pull it. We're going to influence its direction with just the magnet. And again, here you go. This is why you can't trust the magnet test. Copper has the same properties. So definitely invest in a Sigma if you don't have one already. It's just as important as having a safe to keep your metals safe. And most importantly, and pay attention to this one, guys, above all else, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other people so they'll know as well.